Hey, and welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Jaro, and today we are going to be talking about how to become a digital nomad in 2021. Now, this year is a pretty special year given our current circumstances. Most jobs have actually moved to working remotely or working from home, which gives us a huge opportunity in moving towards digital work. Real quickly, I'm just going to show you guys a couple of clips and where I currently am. I'm in the Fiji Islands. I got here about 4 months ago, but I've been working remotely the past year. And this is the best thing about becoming a digital nomad, is you could work from anywhere in the world as long as you have a steady source of Wi-Fi. Just before I kick things off, we're going to split this video up into 3 different sections. We're going to be talking about where to begin in gaining online skills, how to get paid for the work that you're doing, and lastly, how to go nomadic so you could travel the world. So I'm going to be giving you guys a couple of extra tips throughout the video just to make the process a little bit easier for you guys. So make sure to grab a pen and paper to write this stuff down, and let's get right into it. Section number 1, we're going to be going over where to start and where to begin. This is actually the most common question that surfaces when getting into this industry. There are so many different ways and routes that you could take in moving towards digital work. This is something that I've been battling with the past few years while dabbling in different jobs and positions before actually starting to do what I was truly passionate about. Guys, do not overcomplicate this too much, but ask yourself one thing. If you died tomorrow and you had to do one thing for the rest of your life, what would that be? What are you passionate about? And this took me a very long time to recognize growing up in a westernized place because I was constantly doing work that would please and satisfy other people. Now I know what I really want to do. I'm able to give that everything I've got and moving towards my passions and living a more fulfilling life. It hardly even feels like work anymore. So what is the right type of work for you guys? Have you dabbled in different positions and jobs in the past that have made you feel alive? Our main goal is to unlock your full potential and freedom, and what that looks like is doing what you want to do and what you're passionate about, when you want to do it, and where you want to go and do that work. This lifestyle has been so giving to me. A memory that I look back on is flying into Queenstown in New Zealand and hitchhiking over to Queenstown, checking into my hostel, pulling out my computer, and being able to crank out a bunch of online work. That time was really valuable to me because I was able to meet a bunch of new people and experience a culture that I've never been in before. The next thing that I would like to touch base on is gaining skills in these digital jobs so you can go and land some work. You can go to a variety of websites such as Coursera, Skillshare, Udemy, and Treehouse and sharpening up your online skills. You just have to pick the ones that are right for you and your online work. So do a bit of research before you commit to just one of them. Going to a university to become a digital nomad is not something that I would exactly recommend because they don't teach you how to hop around from country to country, maintaining yourself off of this online work. That's why I'd recommend going to these sites to sharpen up your online skills. So tip number 1, something that I would recommend for you guys to do is consider leaving for a month and working remotely in a time zone that isn't too far away from your current one, doing the online work and seeing how you feel in that environment, and then coming back to home and maybe selling all of your things so you guys can go and live this lifestyle. Section number 2, let's look at how to get paid for your skills. So you could do this by either getting a full-time remote position, freelancing your skills online, or starting your own online business. The platforms I'm about to recommend to you guys are all different based off of the position that you'd like to get into. So if you guys need platforms on where to start, you've got Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, and there are plenty of others to choose from. Do a bit of research on the ones that you'd like to sign up with before committing to them. So you can go ahead and apply for different remote jobs, such as this one here. All you have to do is go to Indeed.com, go to the search bar, look for your job, punch in remote, and boom, you're gonna get a full list of online jobs that you could apply for right now. Something that is fairly difficult in applying for online work is sometimes you could be competing with people who don't need as much money as you do growing up in a westernized place. So they're willing to give people a cheaper rate, and they generally have a pretty good skill set as well. This is one downside in looking for online work. This is why you have to sharpen your skill set and give it your best shot. You can also start your own online business, and I'm not going to go too in depth in this because that's going to look different for everyone based off of what passions and niches they are working in. There are plenty of online business models that you guys can choose from based off of what you're passionate about. I'm sure you've heard of plenty of them before. You guys can get into drop shipping, selling your own ebooks online, and there are plenty of other ways in getting creative and starting an online business so you guys can make money passively. Tip number 2, you have to pick a country that you and your salary could afford. You're not going to go to Iceland and live there for months and months if you are making $10 an hour. And a very popular pick for digital nomads has been over in Southeast Asia. You just need to pick a place that financially suits you and a place that you're comfortable in, as well as having a steady internet connection. Section number 3 is how to live a nomadic lifestyle. For starters, you want to go to places that have been well researched and traveled in the past because you would want security in your job. You don't want to be in trouble getting stuck in some country that hasn't exactly been researched before and putting your job on the line. Tip number 3 that I'm giving out is going on to Reddit or Facebook or any other online platforms that hold communities or groups that you could join. One that I'm thinking of in particular is Bali Digital Nomad. I'm actually going to Indonesia within the next few weeks to work remotely in Bali, and what's really helped me out is being a part of the Bali Digital Nomads group on Facebook, putting myself into that community before I travel to the area and asking people for any helpful advice that they may be able to give me. This is also great because it gives you a chance to place yourself into a community of people before you actually go to that place, and you'll feel more comfortable visiting the area. Although you might feel alone at times, there is a world of people walking alongside you that are trying to go for the same lifestyle, and they might just support you in that too. Yes, it's weird and yes, it's scary, but if you guys would like a list of countries to start with that are a bit on the cheaper end, here's a video for you guys that covers the cheapest countries to travel in 2021, and you guys could go work remotely in these as well. So guys, at some point you are going to have to commit. You're gonna have to make that little leap of faith, book that flight and leave to embark on this new lifestyle. But luckily enough, you can ease into it as well. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope it brought you some value. If you like my content, hit the subscribe button with the ring notification bell, and you will also be entered in a $300 giveaway that I'm currently doing. In the comment section, let me know if you guys had any questions at all. I respond to every comment that I get, and I would love to help you guys out. See you guys in my next video, and as always, happy traveling, guys. Peace.